Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I recently got involved in loving plants and I became a plant mom I had 14, but we've lost a couple, which we'll talk about later on in the video. I wanted to show you guys my plant babies and introduce them to you. I'm gonna start from the smallest and work our way up. First plant I have is a succulent. I do not know the name of this plant. This is my first succulent brought to me by my coworker, Danielle. Thank you, babe. I was pretty apprehensive and a little afraid of succulents, but I'm grabbing this succulent by the thorns and I have so far been loving it, and I think it's loving me because it's not dead yet, so that's a plus. And his name is Danny, after Danielle who bought him for me. I have my Agliama Maria. She's really cute. I wanted an Agliama so bad. My mom had one and hers is massive. It has like 3 different trunks in it. Like, it's beautiful. I can't wait for this one to get that big. This plant's name is Janiella. Shout out to my coworkers again. But yeah, this plant, I've only had her for a little bit and so far she's doing relatively well. Fittonia, also known as the nerve plant. Get a look at those leaves and the nerve looking veins. Love this plant. It is so pretty. This was my first like colorful plant. This plant's nickname is Fitz. So hey Fitz. He's a cutie. He has like fuzzy little stems. I really love him. Next I have my heart leaf fern. This guy is low-key going through it. I don't know what's wrong with him. I am gonna water him because he's very dry. Yeah, he's just kind of struggling lately and he's kind of browning, and we're just praying for him and hoping that he makes it out of the woods. But this guy's name is Kevin Hart. Get it? I got him from my husband on Valentine's Day. So shout out to the hubby for getting me plants and not a bouquet. Next I have, this is in a really big catch pot that I got from the dollar store. Shout out dollar store. But this is my parlor palm. Her name is Bells. I got her on my own from like Lowe's, I believe. She's doing pretty good. I've had her for a couple weeks now. No problems or anything like that. I'm trying to detangle her. She's kind of tangled up in there. But yeah, she's doing really well. She's a cutie. Next, I have this pretty guy, or I guess this is a girl. Actually, it's a guy, sorry. His name is Ken. Shout out to Anna. Thanks, babe, for my plant. She got this for me as a thank you gift. She knows my weaknesses, plants. I do not, unfortunately, know the type of plant that this is, but it is my first flowering plant. And so far, I think I'm doing well, not knowing what it is because it's not dead yet. So yay for me and for Ken, because I'd be sad if something happened to him. If you do happen to know the name of this plant, please comment below and let me know, because I would love to do more research on the plant and what it needs. Next, we have Birdie, who is my bird's nest fern. Let me give you tilt it a little bit as best as I can. This is just a regular fern. It has like wavy little leaves. I actually named it after one of my daughter's books. She has this book with a bird named Birdie, and since this is a bird nest fern, I thought, hey, I'm pretty clever, let me name it Birdie. Dora is a monstera. Forgive me because I'm gonna butcher the second part of this name, but a monstera decilosa, but I just call her Monstera or Dora because her name is Dora. I'm super excited. I already bought her with splits in her leaves and she was slightly damaged. As you can see, some of the leaves are ripped, but that's okay. So far she's doing relatively well, and she does have 2 kind of baby leaves right here. Some split leaves are coming down in this area. You can't see them too well, but they are coming, so I'm excited to see what she has in store for me. Sad story, I actually had to get her because my first Monstera was destroyed by my dogs. Thanks, Ari and Sedona. Next, we have my Dieffenbachia Snow White. So I already had one Dieffenbachia, which I'll show you in a minute. She's not looking too hot right now. But this is a Dieffenbachia Snow White, so same type of species, just a different type of plant. So she looks very different than the other one. She's a different darker green, as well as she has these like spots on them, some white spots and some darker green spots. So she's really, really pretty. I actually just kind of got her and she already came this full. So I'm really excited to see what she grows into, because she has these 2 new big leaves coming out, and you can't see, but there is a lot of growth underneath in this area, a lot of babies. So I'm really, really excited to see what she brings for us. This is my first Dieffenbachia. This was gifted to me by my aunt. Shout out to Titi. She was a Christmas present. Right now, I'm not too sure what's going on with her. She actually does not have a name. So if you want to participate in helping me find a name for her, that would be super dope. She's looking a little sad. She has a lot of yellow, some browning of the leaves. This leave's okay. So it's just these 2 leaves right here. And at first I was super worried about her because she dropped a bunch of leaves when I brought her home. But then she sprouted up this baby leaf. There was another leaf I had to take off because it died. And then she has this spot, and then there's a spot right here. You probably can't see it too well. And then she has this guy coming out right there. So I'm hoping that this just means she's shedding the bigger, older leaf. New leaves are gonna form soon. So I'm not gonna be alarmed quite yet. I'm gonna wait and see what curveballs she throws at me. So yeah, this can actually be a boy or a girl, whichever way you guys sway me. I'm not married to either gender yet. I just kind of feel the plants out and let them tell me what they are. Next plant I received from my aunt was this dwarf umbrella plant. Funny enough, this plant's name is Rihanna. Under my umbrella, Ella, I thought that name would fit perfectly for her. She is doing pretty good. She's gotten repotted into this pretty big pot. I don't know if that stunted her growth or not. Again, I was fairly new, still am new, definitely a novice, nowhere near an expert. So I was super excited and I just repotted her without thinking or doing too much research. So I don't know if that has a lot to do with the fact that she kind of hasn't grown that much. I guess if I had to pick one that I wasn't too crazy about, it would be her. You didn't hear me, it's okay. I still absolutely love her, but I think just the fact that she's growing at such a slow pace, it's not as exciting as my other plants who put out a lot of babies. So I just fertilized her yesterday, so who knows in a month or so if that helps her to start growing. We'll have to see. This guy started it all. This is, I'm pretty sure it's just a Pothos, just a regular golden Pothos, but I can't be for sure because I was so excited when I brought him home. I did not read the label. I just took it off, repotted him, and moved on with my life, but I'm pretty sure it's a Pothos. If you believe otherwise, let me know down below in the comments. But this guy's name is Larry. I absolutely love Larry. He has to be one of my favorite plants, if not the most favorite I have, just because he was my first and he's wild. Like, he's grown so much. He's just getting bushier and bushier. I can't wait for him to like start, you know, trailing down. I'm super excited for that. He's pushed out some babies. So this is a new leaf. You see it's just unfolding right there. In this mess, you can't see too well, but there's some other babies. There's one right here that's just coming unfolded, and then inside there's some roots that are coming out from the soil. So I'm really excited for this guy. Might have to try to propagate him soon. I also like the fact that he's kind of changing colors. I don't know if that's because he's sad. I don't think so, because it's happening on quite a lot of leaves, and it's not the whole leaves, it's kind of speckled in there. So I don't know if he's variegating on his own. Next, we have Marty. Marty is a zebra plant. Please forgive me because I don't remember the scientific name. It's something sclerosa, Aphelandra sclerosa or something like that. I totally butchered that, but it's something that starts with an A and then something that starts with an S, and it is a two-piece name. This guy, if plants could give you gray hair, I would have a full head of gray hairs because of this plant right here. This plant was so full when I first got him. It was actually a dig at my mom. So my mom had one and she killed it, or it died. Not she didn't kill it, but it died. And I was like, oh, bet I can, you know, raise this plant better than she can. And this gave me a reality check. So it had a lot of leaves at the bottom, probably like 4 leaves at the bottom. It was very bushy. And then all of a sudden, I feel like in a week's time, they all just literally just like burnt off, literally just fell off. And I tried to like cut the dead part off, but then you see I just had to keep cutting and cutting and cutting because the brown was, you know, getting higher and higher. So I was very stressed out about this plant. I did a lot of different research and different things to it to try to get it to come back. I think I figured out more or less what it likes. Again, still very nervous, but it does have some new growth. You can kind of see, I don't know, it's hard to see. Let me pick up the camera. So you can kind of see the new growth there, as well as there's a baby there, and then some new stems. Got some action going on there. So I'm just excited to see what new things come our way, because this plant has put me through the ringer. Still getting used to this plant and trying to figure out what it needs and wants from me. Last, but definitely not least, I have my Croton Petra. So this plant, also known as Joseph's coat, which I absolutely was in love with when I learned that that was this plant's nickname. I'm really sorry about the lighting. I have no idea what is happening. I'll have to move around and figure that out. But I don't know if you can tell, but a lot of the plants have like this reddish orange tint to them. You can see a little bit on the underside. And then the new growth comes in green, and then as the sun does what it does with the plants, it starts to turn different colors. If you don't know the Bible story about Joseph's coat of many colors, that's where this plant got its nickname from. Super interesting, super cool. I believe the zebra plant is a Croton too, but I'm not entirely sure. I could be completely wrong, which is why I hesitated so long to get the Petra. Just because I was like, if I can't keep this plant alive, there's no way I can keep another one of them alive. So we are winging it. I just got this plant. She seems to really like the area that I keep her in my daughter's room, next to a humidifier. That seems to be working really well for her. So we're just rolling with it, and every day is a new adventure for us. There is one other plant that I have. It's currently going through a lot right now. It is my anthurium, this puppy right here. The reason why I did not take her down and show her to you guys was because she's sick right now. So I'm not touching her. She's in quarantine, and I'm not allowing her near any of my other plants because I don't want to risk them getting sick. So she has blight, or I'm pretty sure she has blight. I will be uploading a video on that and what I'm doing to treat her. But yeah, that's my anthurium, and that's pretty much all the plants that I have. Really appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my channel and allowing me to introduce you to all of my babies. If you liked the content and you loved me and you want to see more of it, definitely hit like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and I'm down for it. But thank you guys.